Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Terrible Theory Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity Theory Saga. This is this one I'm going to be talking about the egg and what I think it means. Now, as we've seen in the trailers, we saw the egg appear in the gameplay trailer, and we've seen it appear throughout both of the trailers. By the way, I got my Zelda hat and shirt on. I'm actually gonna take the hat off. It's hot. But yeah, we got to see we got to see the egg in the Legend of Zelda trailers for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It seems to always follow Link around. Link or Zelda. It seems to always be following one of them around. And I actually have a theory as to why this is. Now, in the game, one of the features in the game is that every character will have access to the Sheikah Slate runes, but the runes will act differently depending on the character that you're playing as. Like, for instance, Link will send out a barrage of bombs, where Daruk will send out just one giant bomb. Or Link will create a Cryonis ice pillar under him to give him a boost in the air, where Impa will create it, stand on it, and just ride it through the arena, mowing down enemies with it. You know, there are a multitude of ways for these characters to use the runes. Here's the thing. How is that possible? There is only one Sheikah Slate, and it's always being held by either Link or Zelda. I think that this egg is why. This egg, Ray the Ancient Egg, I'm still kind of iffy if that's actually the name. That's what everyone seems to be going with for now. So I'll call it that until further notice, until it gets proven otherwise. But I think that Ray has a connection to the Sheikah Slate. When we first see it in the gameplay trailer, it activates when the Sheikah Slate gets close to it. And then suddenly a Sheikah pillar rises up from the ground. I think that Ray might be connected to the Sheikah Slate. I think that Ray is connected. I think that the egg is connected to the Sheikah Slate and is, in a way, controlling all of the Sheikah towers and Sheikah shrines and causing them to rise up from the ground in the first place. Because all of these things were underground. I think that Ray is causing them to rise up because of its connection to the Sheikah Slate. And I also think that by it following Link or Zelda around, it's following not them, but the Sheikah Slate. It's going where the Sheikah Slate goes. So whoever has the Sheikah Slate, whoever is holding it at the time, they're the one They're the one that the egg will follow because they have the Sheikah Slate, and egg will essentially its ability will be to give all the other champions the ability to use the runes. That's how they're able to use these runes without having the Sheikah Slate, is because egg is basically taking the runes and making them for public use, so that all the other champions and the other playable characters can all use the runes as well. It's all the egg's doing. I really do believe that this thing is the reason why so many people can use the runes, and why they act so differently depending on who you're playing as. It's because of the egg. The egg is making it so that the runes are for free use. The runes are for free use for all the other playable characters to use, and basically the egg is making it to where when everyone else uses the runes, it does so. They're using the runes in a way that fits the way they fight. Like Daruk's not going to need a barrage of tiny bombs. He's just going to need one giant bomb, and so the bomb room ends up altering to fit Daruk's way of fighting, because Ray analyzed his way of fighting and adjusts the runes accordingly for each of them. I think it all connects to Ray. This thing is going to have a lot of importance in Age of Calamity. It's going to be the reason why all of the Sheikah shrines rise up from the ground. It's going to be what allows the towers to rise up, and I believe that we're going to find out that it is connected to the Sheikah Slate. Now, one problem with this theory: the Sheikah towers are not risen up at the start of Breath of the Wild. They're still underground. So how can they rise up in Age of Calamity and then be back underground for Breath of the Wild? I think that ties into Egg's eventual death. That's gonna be the Egg's death. When it dies, it will cause all of the towers to go back under, and maybe some of the shrines end up going back under as well, which is why you have to do certain puzzles in order for certain shrines to rise up from the ground. But maybe some of the shrines end up staying. Some of the shrines end up staying, and they end up staying. And adjust. Okay. Maybe some of the shrines end up staying above ground, and that would basically explain why some of them you need to raise up, and some of them are already raised. It's because of Ray. Ray basically made it to where some of them would stay up. That way, Link has a fighting chance. I think that Ray the Egg is going to be a significant part of the story in Age of Calamity. It is going to die, but it is the thing that connects the runes to all the other playable characters. It's going to be the thing that allows them to use the runes. I truly do believe this. I am like 95% sure that this is what Nintendo is intending with this character. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Ray the Egg has more significance than we think? Do you think I'm right in my theory, or do you have another idea as to why everyone can use all the different runes and what the purpose of Egg is? I'd love to hear what you think in the comment box below. So please let me know. I'll be continuing this. There's a lot more theories that I'm going to be making, so I hope you're all looking forward to that. I certainly am. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.